cracking YouTube? It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and today I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. Yes, it's story time with Jason. So back in 2005, right? Back in 2005, young Jason Yamamoto, 19 years old, right? He was stationed at Camp Chitose, Hokkaido in Japan, right? It was during the coldest time of any time. You're talking about blizzards. You're talking about 4 foot snow covering your knees all the way up, man. You had to struggle to make it through the snow. But they had very beautiful ice sculptures if you went to downtown Sapporo, right? Yeah, Sapporo, the beer, if you guys ever drank that. Anyways, that's a whole different topic. So, you know, young Jason Yamamoto, right? Young soldier. You know, at the time, I think I was a private. Yeah, I was a private. And I was the lowest ranking amongst most of the soldiers that were with me. Yeah, I was. Anyways, so they assigned me a battle buddy. See, a battle buddy is a soldier who's a buddy who is technically assigned to you to look over you, and is in return you got to look over your battle, right? And from doing stupid shit. That's why they made it the battle buddy system. Anyways, you guys wouldn't know too much about that. So, me and my battle buddy, right? We just got off of work. We worked about 12 hours. We're beat, man. We're tired, man. They got us that day. So we got off of work, and then we decided to go to the MWR. Now, the MWR is a place where soldiers can go relax, you know, watch some TV, play some pool, play some foosball, and just unwind from the day's work. So we decided, you know, to chill a little bit at the MWR. Now, we didn't realize that the vending machine had Heineken in it, and that was the only beer inside of it at the time. So we went up to it, and of course, we bought some, right? And some of the soldiers were kind of peeping at what we were doing, right? We were kind of peeping, just like, how did these guys get some Heineken? You know, we're not allowed to buy alcohol unless alcohol is given to us. That was the rule on the Japanese base. Yeah, I don't make the rules. It is what it is. So we got some beers, right? And we were having a good time, just relaxing. Then we noticed there was a foosball table, right? We went up to the foosball. We was playing a little bit, right? And to the right of me, there was some Japanese soldiers sitting down, and they was drinking, right? They was keeping it to themselves. They were drinking, and one of them had said some shit, right? He was watching me, and me and my battle buddy having fun playing foosball. And keep in mind, my battle buddy at the time was white, a Caucasian male. So they was making some racial derogatory statements. Oh, look at that Asian guy playing with the white man. That's funny shit, right? Because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Asian people from Asia do not care for any other color but their own. So, with that being said, you know, I heard that, but I didn't want to call him on it, right? And so I look over and smile, like, hey, what's up? You want to play foosball with us? And they look back, they're like, yeah, we'll play some foosball. But keep in mind, I was semi-finalist at pro foosball back in the day. So I was really good at playing foosball. And I was smoking the shit out of them. Well, in foosball we call it skunking. I was skunking the shit out of them, right? And they didn't like that. But they were good sports about it, so they invited us to drink with them. So they set us down, right? They set us down, and we started drinking, right? And of course, man, we Americans are fucking hard-headed motherfuckers, right? We're obnoxious motherfuckers, right? Because it feels like we have to prove everything we gotta do to anybody, anytime, anywhere. So we drinking with them, right? We pounding drinks left and right. And the Japanese guys are getting toasted. They're getting toasted. And one of them pulls out a fucking soju bottle, man. At the time, we didn't even know what the fuck a soju bottle was. So, they pull out soju, right? At the time, it was a black label with this yellow stripe on it. And I'll never forget it because it was a really, really good drink. And it had a really good impression on me. So, you know, they say, hey, let's start drinking some soju. We're like, all right. You know, what was it? Clear before beer. I don't know the rhyme. I think you guys know it before me. Anyways, when you was drinking some soju, it was clear. I just assumed it was like Jim Beam or something. I don't know. When I was drinking, it was smooth, right? Went down my throat. Yeah, it went down my throat just fine. It had no burn. It had a weird wine taste to it too. So I'm like, alright, I'm digging this. Right? But my homeboy, he thought it was too easy. Yeah. My battle buddy thought it was too easy. So he challenged the Japanese to their own drink. Right? And they looked at each other like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this motherfucker. So they start pouring us drinks, right? They started pouring us drinks. And of course, my battle buddy, he's like, no, fuck the shots. He pulled out a cup, man. He poured out a cup. Man, keep in mind, this cup was like this big, right? This big. You make a goddamn see with your hand. That's that big of a cup. They poured that shit all the way up, man. I swear. That just done killed like a third of their freaking alcohol drink, right? And he downed it, right? He was like, yeah, you Japanese are weak. You know, he downs it, right? And then they're like, and the Japanese are like, yeah, go American, go, yeah, go GI. You know, and then they're just fucking rooting them on, right? And in the back of my mind, I was like, no, this doesn't seem right, man. This doesn't seem right. Nobody would be that stupid. Yeah, that motherfucker was that stupid. But they had other agendas, right? You know, people, when they give you, no liquor is free. That's my advice to you. No liquor is free without hidden intentions. So these guys had a hidden intention. They used his obnoxiousness, his arrogance against him, right? They used his ego against him. So they continuously pour drinks after drinks. See, in Japanese traditions, until you cover your cup, they'll continue pouring drinks for you, right? They'll continue pouring drinks for you. So you continuously drink. And at their dollar, they're making fun of you, right? So the bottle's cleared. Everybody's done having fun. We get done, right? And I tell my battle buddy, hey, we got to be at work tomorrow, man. We got to be at work at 05. We got to get going. So he's like, all right, let's go, right? Now, his building was opposite to my building. I was the building on the left, he was the building on the right. So we get to the halfway point. I was like, hey, battle, man, you want me to take you to your room? And he was like, no, I'm good. I can make it up there. I'm just fine. I'm like, all right, man. Just make sure you be at work tomorrow 05. I'll come pick you up. All right? So we went to our building, right? The next day, I wait for him, right? It's like 04:45, and I'm about to be late. So, you know, in the military, you can't be late. They tell you to be there at a certain time. You got to be there, right? So I was like, all right, man, my battle's fucked. So I got to get going, right? So I go show up to formation, and my squad leader was like, hey, man, where the fuck is your battle buddy at? And I'm like, I don't know. He was like, man, go find him, right? I go find him, and I'm looking, man. He's not in his bunk. His bunk is actually still made. It's like nobody slept in it. So I was like, okay, well, fuck, I don't know where to go. Then I get a call, right? I get a call saying I had to go to the orderly room. And the orderly room is where they, you know, keep order, right? So I go there. And then the MPs at the time, they pulled me in. They were like, where were you at this time? What did you do? Blah, 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 blah. Right? Like I did something wrong. Then I was like, well, I was here. I went to the MWR. We went drinking. I don't know what happened. I mean, I went back to my bunk. I'm good. I'm here. And then they were like, it's like, well, your battle buddy, right? What it had happened was he went to the wrong room, opened up the wall locker, one of the wall lockers, pissed in it, right? It was covered in piss, right? He stripped down butt naked, crawled into the bed, and slept. Now, what the real problem was, it wasn't his room, it wasn't his wall locker, and it wasn't his bed. See, it was another soldier's bed. Not just any soldier, it was a Japanese soldier's bed. So when the Japanese guy got off of work, he turns on the light, sees his wall locker open, covered in piss. Right? Covered in piss. And he looks to the left, he sees his naked ass white boy sleeping in his bunk. So what they do, they drag his ass out, right? Butt naked. God damn it, they dragged his ass out butt naked. They threw him in the snow. Remember I told you the snow was up to like 4 feet high? Yeah, well, he was covered in snow. Well, what happened was, how they found him was when they were running across the field, right? They tripped on a body and they found this cat knocked out in the fucking snow. So the MPs had to drag his ass butt naked to the orderly room, and the guy is still knocked the fuck out, right? He's still knocked the fuck out. And they're telling me, man, he done fucked up, right? And they try to pin that shit on me. They're like, since you're the battle buddy, you're gonna get in trouble too. But my first sergeant, man, he understood. He understood. When I told him what the Japanese did to him and how they used his arrogance against him, the first sergeant was like, all right, it's his, it's a learning lesson. I hope he learned his lesson to not freaking be so arrogant, be so obnoxious, right? So, it's one of those things where your obnoxiousness can get you in trouble. Or if not get you in trouble, can get you placidly drunk and have you piss in somebody else's fucking wall locker and sleep butt naked in their bed. So, that's one story I want to share with you guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully the story wasn't too long. So, it's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I'll talk to you guys later. Breathe.